My beloved child. Pause for a moment. Lay down every burden and quiet the busyness that surrounds you. Open your heart fully, that you may hear every word I am whispering to you in this sacred night. I am calling your name gently, yet with authority, for tonight is unlike any other night you have ever known. Tonight, the full moon is not merely a celestial scene, but a divine sign of the shift unfolding deep within your soul. You are not alone. In every season of refining, in each trial you have endured, my eyes have never left you, not even for a fleeting instant. I have seen every silent tear that fell onto your pillow in the stillness of the night, every sigh you suppressed in crowded rooms, and every moment you collapsed in solitude while clinging to a fragile thread of hope. I know it all. And more than that, I have felt the sincerity of your faith even when darkness clouded every direction and clarity was nowhere to be found. Now, my child, a brand new chapter is unfolding in your life. That full moon overhead is not only lighting the heavens, it is heaven's declaration of a beginning. A supernatural orchestration is in motion. Realms above are in divine agreement, aligning to guide you into the unveiling of your sacred destiny. The prayers you uttered in quiet, whether through tears or wordless longing, have reached my throne, and not a single one has been forgotten. I am doing something new, not a repair of the old, but a creation of what has never existed before, something beyond your imagination. Where there were dead ends, I am creating highways. The doors that once stayed firmly shut, closed by rejection, circumstances, or fear, I am now opening by the authority of my own power. You do not need to worry about how it will unfold, for I have already mapped out every step. My light will go before you, illuminating the way so that not one of your steps will stumble in uncertainty. Know this: tonight marks the beginning of a new season. It is no longer the time of prolonged waiting or silent lessons. You have been prepared. You have been refined. And now I say to you, arise and go forward. The season of movement is upon you, and it carries opportunities ordained in heaven, unshakable by any earthly force. My precious one, every step you take in the days to come will carry divine weight, for you are walking a path predestined by me. Every hindrance, whether doubt, old wounds, or burdens too heavy to name, will be gently removed by my hand, one layer at a time, and you will see with clarity that what you once perceived as delay was truly my preparation, aligning everything with perfect timing, and that time has come. I have not come tonight merely to comfort you, but to impart confirmation that you are not forgotten, that the dreams I planted in your heart are not dead, but have only been waiting for their time of birth. Tonight is a night of spiritual conception brought to life. Something monumental begins at this very moment. It will saturate every area of your life, your work, your relationships, your health, and your calling. From here forward, everything will begin to align according to my heavenly order. My beloved child, keep your heart tender and your ears attentive. In the days to come, I will continue to speak to you through dreams, through signs, and through a peace that surpasses your understanding. Do not be afraid of what is unfamiliar, for I am not leading you into loss, but into growth. You have walked by faith even when nothing was certain, and now that very faithfulness has become the foundation upon which a new door is opening before you. Tonight, a heavenly symphony is resounding, and your name is part of its song. Let your heart grow still and sense the movement taking place in the unseen realm. Do not be surprised when things begin to shift swiftly, for my intervention is never latent, simply waits for the appointed time to unfold. And that time, my child, is now. Rise in courage and confidence. You are not merely stepping into a new season. You are stepping into the very purpose for which I created you from the beginning of time. And I, your Father, will go with you, not only tonight, but in every day that follows. My precious one, the hardships you have endured were never in vain. Every storm you weathered, every wound you bore, every silent tear that fell, I am turning them all into something magnificent and sacred. Each pain from your past, each trial that seemed insurmountable, is a piece of the greater masterpiece I am painting with your life, a painting not only filled with the hues of victory, but also with the profound beauty of transformation. You no longer have to walk alone. No longer do you have to drag your weary soul forward under the weight of doubt and fatigue. I am walking with you, not behind you. Not observing from a distance, but right beside you. When you move forward, I move with you. When you pause, I am there. When you need a hand to hold or a strength to lean on, I am the one who carries you. Every step you take bears my imprint. Every moment you felt lost, I have cloaked you in my presence, even when you didn't yet realize it. I know there have been moments when you've asked, "Why me?" You've wrestled with the meaning of your journey, especially when the road grew dim and hope seemed far away. But know this, my child, not a single moment in your life has been random. Not a single turn you've taken has escaped my design. Even the detours that felt like derailments were tools I used to position you exactly where you need to be today. And today is not just another day, it is the beginning of something extraordinary. My dear one, a great breakthrough awaits you ahead. What you once only dared to whisper in hope, I am now preparing to bring to you, not by your own striving, but by my power and my mercy. I have seen your faithfulness in the small things, in the times you chose kindness when no one noticed, in the moments you forgave even as your heart was still healing. Because of that steadfastness, I am now entrusting you with greater things. Do not fear. Do not doubt yourself. I am the one who began this good work in you, and I will bring it to completion. Trust the process. Even when it feels slow or unclear, trust the timing I have appointed, for I am never late. Just as the full moon lights up the vast sky in the darkness of night, my light will shine upon your heart and dispel every shadow of uncertainty and fear. I will bring the clarity you have been longing for, so that you will no longer walk in hesitation. Your heart will no longer be a sea of unanswered questions, but a steady current of peace and trust. You will know, with absolute certainty, that the doors I have destined to open will be opened, and no one will be able to shut them. And when you walk through them, there will be no more trembling or hesitation, but a holy confidence born of the deep, knowing that you are moving in the right direction. For I am the one who goes before you, the one who clears the path and strengthens your feet so they do not grow weary. However, what I am preparing to do in you is not only for your sake. This breakthrough carries a greater weight than you can imagine. I am breathing new life into you so that you, in turn, may become a beacon of light for those who are lost. That light does not come from your own strength or striving, it comes from me, and I will cause it to radiate powerfully through your words, your actions, and even your very presence. The story you are living with all its highs and lows, new beginnings and painful stumbles will become a living testimony of my goodness. Others will look at your life and find hope. They will see that if I could do something miraculous in you, then they too are never too far to be reached. I am turning your life into a lighthouse, shining across the stormy seas of this world. Keep your heart soft. Do not shut the door of your soul to the wonders that are coming. Keep your eyes open, so you can recognize the small signs I am sending you each day. You don't have to understand everything, just one thing is necessary: trust me. Because when you trust, even the desert will bloom. And even the doors you thought were permanently sealed will swing open in an instant. Be ready. What is coming will leave you in awe, and in every part of it, you will recognize this truth: I never abandoned you. On the contrary, I was always there, waiting for the appointed time to accomplish something great in you. And that time is now. My beloved child, know this: there are souls watching you. They are longing to see a glimmer of light in the thick darkness covering their lives. They are desperate for living proof that I am the living God, that my power is not just an idea, but a tangible reality that can be touched, experienced, and transforming. And you, yes, you are that proof. I chose you, not because you were flawless, but because you kept your heart tender before me and were willing to be shaped by my hand. In this season, my glory will be revealed unmistakably in your life, not just to comfort or restore you, but so that those who are wandering can find you, and through you, find me. I will set you like a lamp on a hill that cannot be hidden. Through you, others will see clearly how I can make dry fields blossom, how I turn pain into strength, and brokenness into a breathtaking masterpiece of hope. You are not just a recipient of blessings, you are becoming a river, flowing with grace, carrying living water to the parched ground around you. As I pour my love, healing, and wisdom into your heart, you will become a vessel through which those treasures flow to others I bring alongside you. Do not be surprised when you feel a deep stirring to speak life, to help someone, to offer a word of encouragement that is me moving through you. We will work together not by your own strength, but through the power that comes from me, together, one soul at a time, one act at a time. We will shift the spiritual atmosphere where you live, and from that place, waves of blessing will ripple farther than you could imagine. Remain faithful. Never underestimate the impact of a heart that simply chooses to obey. My dear child, I know that within your heart still dwell desires that have not yet come to pass. There have been moments when the promises I spoke to you seemed like distant dreams, so distant that you questioned whether you truly heard me at all. But today, I come to affirm this one thing: every word that has ever come from my mouth has purpose. Once it is spoken, it will not return to me void. Each promise I've planted within you is a seed, and this is the season where they begin to break through the soil and sprout. Do not forget that waiting is never wasted. Those long, seemingly silent days were the very moments in which I was deepening your roots of faith. And now, because you have grown stronger and steadier, I am ushering you into a season of fruitfulness. Prepare your heart to receive the harvest that comes from faithfulness, the harvest born from every moment you chose to believe me instead of surrendering to your circumstances. However, my child, what is coming will require your boldness. The blessings I have set apart for you are not located within the bounds of comfort. They lie beyond the veil of fear. You will be invited to step out of what is familiar, to walk into what you have never encountered before. This will be the moment when your faith must move from belief to action. But remember, I have not given you a timid spirit, but one of power, not to retreat, but to advance in holy confidence. Fear may come knocking, but you do not need to answer. Doubt may whisper, but you are not obligated to listen. Stand firm in me, for I will guide you step by step. When you do not know which way to go, I will show you. When your heart grows weary, I will lift you up. And when everything seems overwhelming, let this truth steady you. I am the Almighty One, and I am working for you, not against you. Also remember this, beloved, the enemy will not stand idle as you begin to step into what I have destined for you. He will try to derail you, to plant seeds of confusion and cause you to question your identity and the mission I've placed in your hands. But I declare to you today, you are fully equipped to overcome every scheme of the enemy. You are not merely a survivor, you are more than a conqueror, because I dwell within you. My precious child, walk with courage. Walk with unwavering faith. Walk as one who knows they have been sent by the Eternal One. Let your heart remain fixed on me, so that when you speak, it is I who speak through you. When you act, it is my love that is being displayed through your life. And when the miraculous begins to unfold, you will not be surprised, for you will remember, this is what I promised. And I am always faithful to complete every word I have spoken. Listen deeply within your spirit. For tonight, I am declaring something of great weight into your soul. You are not the weak one you once believed yourself to be. Within you dwells a power entrusted by heaven itself. You carry authority to stand firm in the face of every attack, to overcome every obstacle, and to extinguish every fiery arrow of the enemy. Do not let anything cause you to forget this truth. You are a warrior in the army of heaven, covered by the impenetrable armor of God. Every lie, every accusation from your past, every fear the enemy ever tried to sow into your mind, cast them down right now. You are no longer bound by what has been. You are standing on the unshakable foundation of truth, a foundation that cannot be moved by circumstance, nor eroded by time. You were created to overcome, not to shrink back. No weapon formed against you shall prevail. For I am your defender. Every dark scheme shall dissolve in the light of my presence, which I am pouring over you this very night. My beloved child, now is the time to rise with unwavering courage. There is no room left for hesitation, no space for delay, and no need to look back. Tonight, I am pouring out upon you a new anointing, one far beyond anything you've ever experienced. This anointing is not a repetition of the old, but a fresh wind sent directly from my throne, breathed forth to revive your soul, awaken what has lain dormant within you, and activate the seeds long planted, now ready to burst forth into bloom. You will sense my presence in a new dimension, not as a fleeting breeze, but as a continuous, powerful flow that covers you completely, yet brings with it sweetness and deep comfort. In the midst of storms swirling around you, you will encounter a peace that is not of this world, a peace that anchors deep within, untouched by external conditions, for it flows directly from my heart. I will sharpen your spiritual ears more than ever before. You will hear my voice with clarity, no longer confused by the clamor of competing voices, because mine will sound like a trumpet within your sounding unmistakable and strong. The anointing I give you will not be a fleeting emotion, but a lasting power to walk boldly in the calling I appointed for you before the foundations of the earth. What once seemed too difficult, you will now be able to do. What once felt too far, you will now have the strength to journey through, not by human effort, but by the power of my Spirit within you. This anointing will open your eyes to see doors you previously passed by. Opportunities once hidden in the shadows will be brought into the light. And with all of this, I will fill your heart with a joy that is unshakable, joy that does not depend on results, but flows from the assurance that you are living within the very center of my will. Do not fear. Do not let any whisper from the enemy cause you to retreat. Be certain of this: I am the one walking with you. I am the one who moves mountains, who transforms deserts into flowing springs, who can shift your entire situation in a single moment. I am not bound by time, nor limited by human conditions. What the world deems impossible, I see as the perfect ground for miracles. My child, tonight is a divinely appointed night in the history of your life. It is a night that will be remembered as the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter of breakthrough, of restoration, and of a fresh outpouring of blessing. You will look back and see how delays were suddenly removed. Prayers you thought had been forgotten are now being answered in unexpected ways. Promises I once spoke to you will now unfold before your very eyes. You will no longer hear of my faithfulness only through the testimonies of others. You will see it yourself. Your own hands will touch it. And when you lift your eyes to the sky tonight and see the full moon shining in the darkness, let its light remind you of the light I am shining upon your life. That moon is a sign, a symbol of fullness, of a cycle completed. You are standing in a moment where all things are converging, coming into clarity, crystallizing into one divine call. Rise and go forth. Do not fear change. Do not cling to what was. You are ready to enter the new, and I am ready to go before you and make the way. So, my child, let me take you by the hand. Do not chase after things still uncertain. Do not seek validation from the voices of man. Only this matters. Fix your eyes on me. In every step ahead, I will be the light upon your path, the shield that guards you, and the strength that lifts you when you are weary. And you will know not just by emotion, but by the deep assurance in your soul that I am the faithful God, and I am completing the good work I began in you. You no longer have to wait for a miracle. You are the very ground where miracles are beginning to sprout. You are the living letter I have written, so that others may read of my power and love through your life. And from this night forward, that light shall no longer be hidden. It will shine. It will draw others. It will transform, because you are stepping into the season of my glory. My beloved child, the darkness that once cloaked you like a heavy mist will no longer have any power over you. The long night you have silently endured is now fading into the past, and the first light of a new day is beginning to break through. I want you to sense this not only with your physical eyes, but with the eyes of faith that something new is emerging, gentle yet powerful, like a breeze from heaven blowing through your soul. With the light of this new day, you will see what you have never seen before: doors swinging open, hidden possibilities revealed, and a greater vision of your own divine purpose coming into view. This is not merely a fleeting moment of change. This is a season I myself have ordained for you, a season of restoration, of increase, and of the fulfillment of promises I sowed into your heart from the very beginning. In this season, I do not want you to walk in hesitation or doubt. I am calling you to walk with confidence, knowing that I have gone before you, clearing the path and leveling every rough place. What once stood as obstacles, I am now transforming into steps that will lift you higher. Remember, you are not walking alone. My presence is the unquenchable fire beside you, the light that will never fade, even in the darkest night. Let your heart be steady, for the steps you are about to take are not into the unknown. They are grounded on a foundation built with my unchanging power and unfailing love. Dear one, do not let the memories of past failures hold you back. What has passed no longer has the right to define who you are. The old wounds, the moments when you fell, the things you once thought were the end, these were merely the prologue to a far more glorious story now being written. I have missed nothing in your journey. Every tear, every sigh, every whispered prayer has been treasured by me. But now, you must learn to release the past, to fully embrace the sanctified present and the future secured by my very hand. My precious child, I know there were times you felt weary, questioned yourself, even doubted the value of all you were doing. But my dear one, these trials were never meant to break you. They were the very soil in which your roots of faith could grow deeper in me. They were the furnace that refined your faithfulness, the place where I shaped you into a vessel worthy of the holy calling I have placed upon your life. You are growing. I see it. I see the transformation unfolding within you, even when you have yet to recognize it yourself. You chose to stand when it would have been easier to walk away. You chose to believe me when everything around you tempted you to doubt. You kept your heart tender even when the world seemed harsh toward you. Because of this, you are entering what I call the appointed season. What you once thought were delays were in truth divine preparations. And now, I say to you, the time has come. Lift up your head. When you see the full moon shining in the midst of the night, let it be a sign to remind you that I am still at work. Nothing in my plan is random or without purpose. I am the one who does exceedingly abundantly, above all you dare to ask or imagine. The limits you once placed upon yourself are being shattered by my hand. The dreams you thought had died are being resurrected by me. The promises I once gave you will not be forgotten. They are in motion, drawing near, and will reveal themselves in the appointed time I have set. My beloved child, your future is anchored in my faithfulness, not in the hands of men. No power can steal what I have ordained for you. No circumstance can dim the light of your destiny. I have set your feet upon a solid foundation, and my arm will not be withdrawn. You do not have to live in fear that goodness will slip away. You only need to live in expectation, knowing that goodness is approaching. Know this, you are standing at the threshold of something great. Do not let weariness hold you back. Do not let doubt slow your steps. I have given you boldness from heaven. Use it as the key to unlock doors you once feared to walk through. Now is the time to move forward with expanded vision, with a burning heart, and with unwavering faith. You are not merely entering a new season. You are stepping into the fulfillment of the divine destiny I crafted for you before the foundations of the world. My precious one, there are things in life that the natural eye cannot see, and there are sacred movements taking place in the unseen realm that only faith can perceive. When you look up into the night sky and see the full moon suspended in the vastness of the universe, I want you to know that it is I who placed it there, a gentle reminder that I am still here, near, watching over you, and orchestrating all things in the perfect order of love. The full moon is not only a light shining in the darkness, it is a declaration that a cycle has been completed, that a season has reached its fullness. Just as the moon now reflects its full radiance, so too, the time of clarity within your soul is drawing near. The things that were once hidden, the questions that weighed on your heart, the dark corners you hesitated to confront, I am bringing light to them all, not to condemn, but to heal, to restore, and to lead you back into the fullness of the purpose I have placed within you. My child, every star in the sky has its appointed place. Not one is out of position. In the same way, you are not lost. Even if you feel like you don't belong or can't understand why you are in this place at this time, I want you to know that every step you take is guiding you toward a divine appointment. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are being led. My beloved, there is a deep harmony between heaven and earth, and you are the bridge between these realms. You were not born merely to survive. You were born to carry my light, to reflect my kindness in the midst of this world. The desires in your heart are not without origine. They are my invitations, awakening what I have planted within your soul from the very beginning. I know you are still waiting. I hear your silent prayers, your dreams that seem too distant, and even those moments when you feel weary as if nothing is moving forward. But do not let temporary silence cause you to lose hope. I am still at work slowly, precisely, profoundly, and when the appointed time arrives, you will clearly understand why I allowed things to unfold in such a way. Under the vast sky of this night, the gentle moonlight shines down as a reminder of my unchanging presence. My child, let your soul rest in the light of peace. All that weighs on your heart, the limits you once believed impossible to overcome, they are all within my almighty hands. You are not forgotten, nor are you alone. Every breath you take, every step you walk, I see it all. Let me expand your heart so you may realize that my power is not confined by the boundaries you've set for yourself. Do not be afraid when faced with closed doors, for when my timing comes, nothing can stop them from opening. It won't be by your own strength, nor by the plans you've tried so hard to arrange, but by my abundant grace. You will witness miracles unfold. Remember, I do not come in the whirlwind or in the thunder's roar. I do not reveal my power through the noise of the world, but I come in the stillness, in the deep whispers within your heart where no one else can intrude. It is in that silence that you will hear me more clearly than ever before, and you will realize that, amid a restless world, there is a place of peace that nothing can disturb, my embrace. If your heart is heavy, release it. Let every worry dissolve like mist, making way for the dawn. When you choose to place your trust in me, when you choose to let go of what is fleeting, it is in that very moment that you will see me move. I will lift you up, bring you out of the shadows of doubt, and place you into the radiant light of promises that never change. Do not be discouraged by what your eyes see, for what belongs to me is not limited by reality. When you walk by faith, you will understand that no circumstance, no matter how daunting, can surpass my authority. Silence does not mean I am absent. Waiting does not mean I have forgotten you. Everything has its appointed time. And when that moment arrives, my grace will pour out on you like a mighty waterfall, sweeping away all resistance. Let your soul find joy in surrender, for it is not weakness, but true strength. When you entrust everything to me, when you stop trying to control things your own way, you make room for the miraculous. You will see mountains before you shrink into nothing. For I am the one who holds the entire universe in my hands. Tonight, let your prayer be as simple as a breath. Lord, I trust in you, because even a single word spoken from sincere faith causes all of heaven to respond. I do not only listen to grand petitions, but also to the softest whisper. Not a single prayer of yours falls into emptiness. For I am the one who loves you perfectly. Walk as one who carries the light. Do not let the world dim the brightness within you, for you do not belong to the darkness. Wherever you are, remember that I have placed within you a flame that will never be extinguished. I am writing your story not with fading ink, but with the eternal light of my presence. And you will see, through every chapter of your life, I have always been there guiding, protecting, and loving you with a love that nothing can ever separate. My beloved child, I am calling you to step into a new depth of our Anessa sacred dimension where silence becomes the loudest voice, where the unseen becomes more real than what your hands can grasp. There are moments when I do not speak through words, but through signs, and you must learn to listen with your heart instead of your ears, to see with faith instead of with your eyes. When the sky shifts, when a star falls, when the moon changes its hue, or when the heavens blaze with the fire of solar storms, do not dismiss these as mere spectacles of nature. I am speaking to your soul. These are not coincidences. They are the trumpets of heaven, reminders that you are living in the midst of a divine current, where every beat of the universe is meticulously orchestrated to awaken in you an awareness of something far greater than yourself. My child, this is the time for you to stop living by emotion and start living by revelation. Not everything I do will be understood instantly, but everything I do carries eternal purpose. Even when you do not understand, you can still trust. Even when you do not yet see, you can still walk forward. That is the living faith I am cultivating in you, a faith unshaken by circumstances, anchored deeply in my unfailing faithfulness. My beloved one, every time you lift your eyes to the heavens and feel your smallness, I want you to remember that it was I who breathed life into you with my very breath. You are not a lost speck in the vast cosmos. You are the bearer of a divine mission that I have entrusted to you. I chose you not to merely survive the dark seasons, but to shine like a star placed precisely where and when it is needed most, to lead others into the eternal light. Do not take lightly the hour in which you are living. This is a sacred moment, the hour of transition, of unveiling, the hour when I am shaking the heavens to birth something new on the earth. And you, yes you, are being called to step into the very heart of that movement. Not because you are strong, but because I am strong within you. Not because you know everything, but because you know Mitha, one who never makes mistakes. My child, let your soul be gentle, like a field after the rain, refreshed and at peace. Never close your heart to the things you do not yet understand or have not yet experienced. Keep your spirit open to receive the lessons I am embedding in every quiet moment of your life. I am always near in the soft whisper of the wind, in the rustling of the leaves, in the pure faith you carry within. When you feel lost in the fog of uncertainty, don't hide your questions. Let your doubts and longings become bridges that draw you closer to me. I do not arrive in grandeur or dramatic signs, but in the quiet honesty of daily life. Know this, with every step you take, with every breath you draw, I am watching over you, guiding you gently through every moment that feels unclear. This world, with all its mysterious events and unexpected turns, is not a product of randomness. Every occurrence, whether grand or seemingly insignificant, carries its own meaning, arranged in a divine order I have already written. You may not always see my hand immediately, but trust this, beneath the surface of ordinary events, my hand is always at work carefully, lovingly arranging all things for your good. You were born for such a time as this, not to wander in confusion or lose yourself in endless questions. I am leading you to places you have never been before, unveiling sights and stirring emotions you have yet to discover. Do not fear stepping beyond your comfort zone, for I am with you, every step of the way, guiding you into new horizons filled with hope and promise. As you enter uncharted territories and face the unfamiliar, remember that I am watching over you. In every experience, whether a moment of simple joy or a season of deep sorrow, I am teaching you how to feel, how to appreciate, how to truly live. Let your heart be open to receive what I long to impart through each gesture, each whisper of life around you. My beloved, take time to listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart and soul. When you gaze at the night sky, do not merely see the twinkling stars, but feel my breath in the vastness above. It is more than nature's beauty, it is my signature, reminding you that every moment holds meaning and every soul walks a path tenderly watched over by me. In the quiet of the night, when the world has fallen asleep, allow your spirit to find rest and stillness, so I may commune with you. Sometimes, in that sacred silence, you will hear a calling from within, a gentle invitation to draw closer to the truth of who you are. I do not need eloquent prayers, only an honest heart and whispered words of faith. That is enough to stir the heavens and bring clarity to the unseen. Let your faith be the current that leads you forward, like a pure stream flowing through dry valleys. Faith will not only carry you through difficulty, but will also awaken your spirit to my presence in every breath, every heartbeat. Do not be troubled by what you do not yet understand. Simply walk forward, trusting that every step you take is carefully appointed by my hand. Never forget, you are not alone on this journey. I am with you always, whether in stillness or amid life's fiercest storms. I do not abandon anyone. And in the very moments when you feel weary or fragile, remember this: it is within that vulnerability that you will find the strength to rise again. Weakness is not a mark of failure, but an opening for purity, a space where my heart can meet yours. My beloved child, with every breath and every step, let yourself become aware of my nearness. Do not shrink back from the unfamiliar, for it is in those moments that I teach the most precious lessons. I am taking you to places beyond your imagination, where each step becomes a miracle, where everything seems painted by my loving hand. When you lift your head and look ahead with full-hearted trust, open your heart like a door to the morning light. I am guiding you along paths that are both challenging and beautiful, filled with joy and wonder. Even in difficulty, you will feel my presence beside you, steadying you as you move forward. Let your word 7, the simplest ones, be set ablaze by faith. A humble prayer like, Lord, I trust you, can shake the heavens. That prayer is not merely your voice, It is the voice of a soul longing for truth, a heart ready to love and to receive the blessings I have prepared. Live simply, live sincerely, and live with the unwavering belief that everything carries meaning, no matter how many challenges you may face. Remember this truth: I am always present, always watching over you with a love that is vast and unconditional. Let each passing day be a lesson, a miracle, a new chapter in the story I am writing through your life. Each breath you take is not random. It is a verse in a divine narrative that I, your Creator, am unfolding with purpose. Keep walking, even if you do not yet see the destination. For your journey is not one you undertake alone. I am beside you, guiding you gently, shielding you with my presence. Let the signs in nature, the gestures of people, and the rhythm of everyday life become the pieces of a puzzle that reveal my image to you. In that simplicity, you will discover comfort, direction, and the authenticity of a faith that never fades. It is in the ordinary that the extraordinary of my love is often revealed. Let your heart remain open and ready to receive. Gentleness, peace, and genuine faith are the keys that unlock doors to new revelations, to deeper understanding, to glimpses of my light, even in the hidden corners of the world. Allow me to teach you how to live, how to love, and how to perceive the beauty embedded in every detail of this life. You are a part of a grand design, and every moment lived out is a testimony to my divine love and covering over humanity. My beloved child, there are moments I have appointed in the timeline of your soul days that are unlike any other. When spiritual transformation unfolds quietly but powerfully, these are the days when the veil between heaven and earth thins, when the unseen brushes against the seen, and your heart becomes sacred ground, prepared to receive the outpouring from above. I call these days divine moments. When I enter the pages of your personal history not as a distant observer, but as a father, a guide, and the one who acts on your behalf. O child, I did not design time as a cold, detached sequence. Every cycle, every movement of the sun, the moon, and the stars rests in the palm of my hand. In the same way, every season in your soul seasons of sowing, of waiting, of reaping care, remembered, guarded, and intentionally orchestrated by me. You are not drifting through meaningless days. You are living inside a script marked by my good and perfect will. There are days when I draw near to lift you. There are days when I remain silent so that you may learn to trust. And there are days when I break the silence to announce the dawning of something new. One of those days is when heaven's light touches the earth, when my spirit moves with unusual strength, and your spiritual sensitivity is stirred awake. It may be during the brilliance of a full moon, the quiet awe of an eclipse, or simply a still moment when the wind is absent, but your soul trembles as if hearing a heavenly whisper. Do not dismiss these signs. Do not overlook the moments when something within you stirs deeply. I am inviting you to step closer into intimacy with me, to go beyond the surface of belief and into the depths of radical trust. My child, the days I appoint for you are meant to draw you out of the familiar and into what I have already prepared. These are the times of release from everything that once held you captive, times of cleansing, when I gently remove what no longer serves your soul, making room for what is whole, life-giving, and true. And they are also reminders of your origin, that you were born of light, called to reflect that light, and never abandoned in this sacred journey. Let your spirit rise with this knowing that you are not forgotten, that you are not wandering aimlessly, and that you are being led by a hand that has never lost its grip on your destiny. Every moment you live in alignment with me is a moment that echoes through eternity. Walk forward, not in fear, but in expectation, because I, the Lord your God, I am already waiting for you in the days ahead. Do you realize, my child, that those moments in nature which seem to accidentally become unusually beautiful and mysteriously captivating are never meaningless when the sunlight shines in an unfamiliar way, when the wind passes by as if whispering something into your soul, when the sky takes on a hue that stirs your heart? That is when I am reaching out to you through creation. For creation does not merely exist to serve, you'd also exist to speak of me. The entire universe is a living letter that I write to you every day, hoping you will pause long enough to listen. Therefore, when you encounter a moment that feels different, whether in nature or within your own heart, do not be quick to dismiss it. Instead, ask, Lord, what are you speaking to me in this moment? Let's become the space for revelation. Let attentiveness become the doorway to divine direction. And I promise you this, no sincere longing for me will ever be overlooked. The more earnestly you seek me, the more clearly you will see me. I am preparing you for something deeper than anything you have ever known, and the days I have appointed for you will always carry confirmation of that truth. They do not come to confuse you, but to open your eyes. They do not arrive to cause fear, but to fill you with divine courage. Do not compare your timing with that of others, for what I am doing within you is entirely unique. Keep your heart awake and watchful, and you will see I am never late, and I am never forever silent. The sacred days are still unfolding, and you, my beloved one, are living in the midst of a moment of great significance. Walk with holy reverence, with deep expectation, and with the kind of faith that believes what is coming will far exceed what you have ever dared to ask for. My precious one, I am calling you even closer into a space where time slows down and silence is saturated with my presence. This is not a place you reach with your feet, but one you enter with a heart that knows how to listen. In a world filled with noise and endless motion, I am inviting you to the quiet place, where your soul can truly hear my voice clear, gentle, and full of authority. There are truths, my child, that can only be unveiled in silence. There are depths that can only be discovered when you are willing to let go of hurry and the assumptions you carry. I do not hide myself to exhaust your pursuit, but I invite you into a journey not of intellectual grasp, but of spiritual union. Do not fear when the path ahead is unclear. The roads I design often begin in obscurity to the human eye, but they shine brilliantly under the lamp of obedience. It is the simple trust that unlocks the extraordinary when you take the first step, not because you see, but because you believe. That is when I lay the foundation for what will endure. I have not only given you a future, I give you meaning for every present moment. Not a single second of your life is wasted. What you perceive as delays are often my intricate arrangements, keeping you from entering something you are not yet ready to carry. I am the one who is never late, but I am also never rushed. Everything I do is purposeful, and every purpose is bound in unchanging love. Let your heart become like fertile soil, open and ready to receive the new seeds I am planting in this season. They may come as an idea, a dream, or a quiet calling within your spirit that you cannot ignore. Do not underestimate small beginnings, for it is within those seemingly insignificant starts that I embed the first breath of great transformation. You are being called to become a bearer of light, not merely through your words, but through your very presence. Let my presence so completely saturate your being that those around you cannot help but feel it. You do not need to strive to impress. My presence within you will be the most lasting impression you ever leave in the hearts of others. And if today your heart feels heavy, if you are carrying a burden that no one else can see, know this: I am right here, and I am willing to carry it with you. You are never left behind. Rest in me, my beloved, not by stopping every activity, but by allowing your soul to lean into the absolute safety of my presence. It is there that you will find strength, be renewed, and be reminded that you are loved not because of what you do, but because of who you are. My child, these are not ordinary days. These are divinely appointed moments, sacred times when heaven touches earth, when my will is revealed with clarity far beyond the ordinary. These are days when I reach into the depths of your heart, when your soul feels drawn closer to the glory of my presence. Do not rush through such days unaware. They are not mere movements of time, but spiritual invitations extended to you. In days like these, you will sense something different in the atmosphere, holy stillness, an invisible shift, a stirring in your spirit that no words can fully describe. That is the sign that I am drawing near. I do not come with noise. I come with gentleness that carries power, with a divine weight your soul cannot ignore. And I want you, my beloved, to recognize and respond. Do not wait for thunder or an earthquake. My presence is not always revealed through the obvious. Often, it comes in the gentleness that awakens the soul. When those days arrive, pause the busyness, step outside the routine, and give me space to speak to you. Make room for holiness to fully enter your life. For this is the moment I am planting seeds in your heart for the season to come. Every appointed moment carries a clear purpose. Some days, I come to heal wounds you've hidden. Some days, I come to confirm what I have promised. And some days, I come to call you out of what is familiar and into a new spiritual territory, whatever the purpose may be. One thing is certain: I am at work, and if you step into my presence with an open heart, you will never be the same. These sacred days are also times when I renew the covenant between you and me. They are reminders that you have not been forgotten, that my promises still stand, and that I am continuing the work I began in you. These are the days when I lift burdens off your shoulders, anoint you afresh, and sharpen your faith to become stronger, steadier, and more resilient than before. Do not be concerned if others do not feel the same. Not everyone is called to receive the same revelation at the same time. I am doing something deeply personal in you, because the relationship between you and me is one of a kind. Do not compare. Do not doubt yourself when you feel something unusual stirring within. Ask me, listen, and believe that I know how to speak to your heart in a way that only you can understand. And my child, while you are walking through these sacred days, walk with wisdom and humility. Do not try to control or define what I am doing. Let me lead you, for I know the way. I do not merely show you the path, I am the path. And if you keep your eyes on me, you will never lose your way. This is an invitation for you to step into a new rhythm of life, no longer governed by the patterns of the world. but shaped by divine timings that I, myself, have established. When you learn to live according to the days I have appointed, you will begin to experience a depth of communion with me that nothing on earth can substitute. Therefore, my beloved child, when you sense a shift stirring within, when your soul grows quiet in a strange and holy way, when your emotions feel heightened and more sensitive than usual, do not brush it aside. Recognize that it may very well be one of the days I have ordained. And if you open your heart, you will see is not just a day to exist, but a day to be transformed. My dearly beloved, treasure those moments. Walk through them with holy reverence. And believe this with all your heart: what I am beginning in you during these sacred days, I will faithfully bring to completion, so that my glory may be revealed through your very life. Now is the time for you to open your heart wide and clearly discern that my appointed time is drawing near. You are no longer in the old season. The things that once held you back, the cries you once uttered in waiting, the longings that once weighed heavy on your spirit, these are now being answered in a divine and sacred way. You are standing at the threshold between what was and what is about to be, between the tears of the past and the smiles of fulfillment. I am revealing these things to you because I want you to truly perceive the season you are living in. Not all days are the same in my sight. There are days that are specially anointed days, when heaven and earth sing in harmony, when spiritual movements become unmistakably clear, and when I draw near to place in your hands what I have long prepared. These days are not to be missed. They do not come merely to adorn your life, they come to alter your destiny. Do not let your heart be distracted by the noise of the world. Do not allow temporary matters to cloud the spiritual vision I have placed within you. Lift your eyes. Let the light from above illuminate your path. For what I am doing does not fall within the boundaries of human logic. You are moving within a divine cycle that I ordained before the foundation of time. Every step you take is not merely a physical movement, it is a sacred journey that I am leading you through. The signs in the sky, the movements in the earth, the stirring deep within your spirit, they are all my whispers, declaring, I am drawing near. You are not merely a spectator of the times, you are one positioned to participate in my divine work. I am not only working in your circumstances, I am working within you, preparing, refining, and bringing you into the moment of fulfillment. My beloved child, keep your heart in a posture of expectancy. Walk as one who knows you are living in days appointed by heaven. Do not measure the value of a day by how it feels, but examine it through prayer, for it is often in the seemingly quietest moments that I am planting the greatest seeds. You know with certainty that you are not forgotten. Not a single one of your prayers is in vain. I have heard, I have seen, and now I am moving. My timing is never late. And when I come, I do not come alone. I come with fulfillment, with completion, and with confirmation. You will know it without question, for your heart will tremble in a way that nothing else could cause. I will place within you a deep peace note, because everything around you is perfect, but because you know that I am with you. When you see the heavens ablaze with light, when you begin to sense the shifts in the spiritual atmosphere around you, do not turn your face away. That is the invitation. That is the trumpet call, heralding a new season. Be ready. Let your heart be tender. Say to me, I am ready, Lord, and I will lead you through the door I have opened, into the place where blessings are no longer withheld, into the realm where your destiny aligns with my good and perfect will. Rest in faith. Stand firm in hope. For I, the one who began a good work in you, will be faithful to complete it. Not so you may boast in your own glory, but that through you, my glory might be revealed upon this earth. The time has come. The season has shifted. And you, my beloved child, are being positioned in the very place of divine fulfillment. From this moment forward, let your heart be wide open. Walk with discernment. Speak the words I place upon your lips, for those words carry life, carry transforming power, and carry light that shatters the darkness. You do not live for yourself alone, but to reflect my glory. Do not fear, do not doubt, for you are not alone. I am continuing to write your story not with fading ink, but with eternal light. And you will see, even in the smallest details, there are traces of me, the one who loves you with a love that never changes. Click subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so we may receive the living words together, build an unshakable faith, and walk in the boundless love of God. Amen.